Special-SMTN.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Network Link 202. I am your host, Spencer Presley, and joining me for the first time ever in the history of human history life are two of my favorite admins, and one of them might just be named Torrin. Torrin, how's it going?
He likes us. Holy shit, dude.
I liked you enough to spend the night with you. That's how much I liked you.
Oh, yeah.
You were almost on the podcast back at TaoCon. R.I.P. Can you believe that was a year ago, by the way?
Yeah, I can, and it sucks.
Speaking of people who didn't come to TaoCon, we got Duke. Duke, fellow SMTN admin. What was your... I was actually trying to think about this. Duke, why were you not at TaoCon the year? Was it just a money thing? I legit don't remember.
Oh, no, I bought a plane ticket and everything, but then I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like going, and then I didn't go.
So, like, real talk.
And then I
like,
lost $600.
Like, don't lie to me. Like, be brutally honest, please.
No, real talk. I was just like, I
No. I believe you. That's your reason. But, like, I'm saying because then, like, 2 months later, everyone went on quarantine, did you regret not going?
No.
Okay, because, like,
Wow.
my big thing had always been, like, man... If it wasn't for that, like, I would have had, like, no really big, like, highlights with friends. Just because, like, of, like, basically just being in quarantine from March to now.
Well, I kind of feel like it wouldn't have been fun because Torrin can't drink yet.
Dude, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
Because this is going to go on the internet, and I was currently 18 at the time. Was I 18? I was 18 at the time. Legally, I'd have to say I did not drink.
He was drinking a lot of Zimas, but no, there was a lot of good stuff going on there. Also, you missed one of the best, worst white elephants of all time.
Yeah, I remember.
I really hope you still have your
videos
copy of VeggieTales, Torrin.
I don't know where it's at, but I still have it somewhere.
But yeah, so unfortunately we're not going down memory lane today. Today, as the episode title hopefully tells you all, we are entering the SMTN Thunderdome. Not the Dunderdome, as they made me think I had typed it out. So what we are doing today is we are participating in our very first ever Fantasy Critic Games. And what that basically is think like fantasy football, except a lot less boring, and mostly all just about betting which video games are going to review well. So if you don't know what the Fantasy Critic League is, basically all three of us are going to be imaginary publishers, and we are going to be betting and drafting which games we think are going to review the highest. So the way to accrue points, which are what you need to win, is every game that we pick, if it reviews over 70 on OpenCritic, because Metacritic sucks, if we get games that review over 70, that's 1 point per past 70. So let's say if something's 77, you get 7 points. But it works the opposite for if it's below 70. So if you review something really, really terrible, like, and it gets a 50, you lose 20 points. So you got to be careful about what you end up picking. For the most part, the only thing you guys all really need to know is we're going to be talking about games coming out in 2021, talking about why we want to pick them, why we don't want to pick them. And the big one we're doing right now is we're going to be picking 20 games total for the year, but for this episode, we are only picking 10. And so with this first round of draft picks, we are all going in a kind of like a zigzag circle of first, second, third, second, first, second, third, and so on. And yeah, for the most part, that's basically it. We're going to be picking games. I'll explain the other rules as they kind of come up, but for right now, we are just going to be picking what we think are going to be the big boy heavy hitters. And if I swear to God, if one of you guys, if for whatever reason I don't go first and my first pick is not secured, I'll be very salty. But before we get into this, Duke or Torrin, do you guys have any questions?
Not right now.
No? Just eating
Okay.
chips.
We're starting the draft. No going backsies after this. Warning: once your draft is going on, you can no longer add or remove players. Your draft order will be locked in. All right. Unfortunately, no John this time. Our draft is starting. Your draft is currently in process. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Select draft game under player. So, I guess this is the order. I will be going first. I'm representing SMT Industries Publishing. And Cambodian Breast Milk, which is Duke, is going to be... You gotta pronounce this, dude. I feel like every time I look at it, I keep wanting to say Poochie from Simpsons. What is your publisher's name?
Image Pooch.
Image Pooch. Like, it has to have, like, a tiny anime girl saying it, right? Like, it's not just, like, it popped up. And, Torrin, what is your publisher called?
I gotta stop reading this shit.
No, you gotta say it with a full mouth.
What a gamer!
I like it kind of stopped halfway, so it just sounds like what a cartoon. It was like, what a game, man! What a game I'm publishing. What a good game. So now that the draft process has started, I think if you guys either refresh or I don't know if it popped up automatically, under player actions you'll see draft game. So I'm going up first, so definitely not biased at all. And I'm just gonna type this in. Here, before I say it, does anyone want to bet what my first game I'm drafting is?
Either SMT3, HD, or 5.
Oh god, that would actually count. No, I'm not.
Even though that is God of War.
Oh, dude, no way. Here, let me type this in now, and we'll see if it pops up on your guys' end. Boom, baby. Drafting it. I am picking for my first pick Resident Evil Village. Give me those points, baby. Num 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 num. After playing that demo, I was just like, dude, this is a lock. Like, this game is going to just destroy in reviews. It's so good. No comments? No Resident Evil feels? No salties?
Like that's what I was going to pick, because it's like, yeah, that shit's going to do really well.
Like,
I knew somebody was going to pick it, so I didn't even think about it.
Well, it was just funny, too, because of, like, the only thing I could think that would screw it over is because the multiplayer attached with it looks like such hot ass. My only hope is that no one reviews Resident Evil 8 and deducts points for how bad the multiplayer is. I hope the single player is so strong that reverse, like, doesn't come anywhere near to actually affecting the score. Because, like, Duke, with RE3, I know even RE3 wasn't, like, super, super universally loved. I'm actually trying to remember, were you in the camp that really liked it as, like, me? Because, like, I loved it, but, like, how did you walk away from RE3 remake?
Because I've never played the original 3. I just watched people play it, so, like, I didn't have that attachment that people had. Mm-hmm. But after playing it, I was like, oh, okay, I can see that this is a test for RE4 remake. Like, they even had enemies that acted like the Ganados and, like, the dodging, like, mechanics that you did. I'm like, okay.
That dodge, like, immediately makes going back to RE2 remake a lot harder.
Yeah, and it's like, when I finished, I was like, oh, I had fun. I'll never play it again, but I had fun, and I can't wait until the next games. It was just it's a fun game to go through, you know.
So did you feel like Resistance being a part of it took away from it at all? Because, like, I'm gonna be honest, I never even touched Resistance.
I would say that made people's reactions toward it even worse, because that game is dog shit. You know.
Torrin, I will PayPal you right now if you can describe accurately what was Resident Evil Resistance.
Fuck, was that the one that came with 3 remake?
Yes.
It's I feel like it was those, like, that Friday the 13th game that was just like, okay, one of you is the enemy.
Ooh, you're close.
And 4 of you are the enemy.
You're close. It's kind of like that, but, like, if you described it more like Evolve, I would have given it to you. Friday the 13th's a little bit more involved. Like, you never really interact with the mastermind, but, like, you're like half close. So, Duke, your second pick, I want to say I'm surprised, but as number one Risei fan, I can't say I'm that surprised. Do you want to tell everyone what you picked?
Monster Hunter Rise.
And please explain why. I'm dying to know your thoughts on this.
Because Monster Hunter World did extremely well. You know, for it came out in 2018. That did a lot better than they expected it to do in the Western world, I guess you could say.
I mean, it is literally the best-selling Capcom game of all time, isn't it?
Yeah, like it sold a lot. And then Monster Hunter Rise is just taking that a step further, and people are already just playing just the small little demo they gave us. It's already like, all right, the game, it's gonna be amazing. Like whatever else they have hidden in the game, it's gonna be the greatest game ever. And it's on Switch, and then there's rumors of it being on PC later on. So like I feel like this is gonna be a hard hitter. I feel like it's gonna do better than Village. So.
It definitely has potential, like, and it's always a good sign, because, like, I don't know if you both paid much attention to this. Literally, both of these games had demos released that crashed the stores they were on. Monster Hunter crashed Nintendo, and the Resident Evil 8 demo crashed the PlayStation Store. So, like, with all of these, they have, like, kind of speculative reviews. I think it might be interesting to, like, sort of, like, explain what we think ours are going to review at. I'm honestly thinking RE8 has chances to review in, like, the high 8s to 9s. But with Monster Hunter, I don't know. I honestly, like, because it is coming off the success of World, I, like, legit wouldn't be that surprised if we see, like, 9.5s or almost some 10s for this game, assuming it keeps up the quality the demo showed.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing. It's like, I'd say 9s. I'd say it'd be 9s.
Okay. So what a gamer. What is your first draft pick? I'm dying to hear this.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's going to the big one.
I was having some difficulty.
Wow.
I didn't know if we were going to start with games that came out in 2021.
Well, no, because remember, we can only pick games that are not out as of... We're recording this the day before everyone hears it, so we're recording this on the 25th of January. So yeah, nothing that is reviewed yet can be drafted, so...
My first pick was something completely different. I have a couple picks still next, but nobody took it, and you got to go big dickin' or you just got to stay home.
Now, you got to tell everyone what you picked, though.
From underneath them, I stole Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I'm just gonna come out and say it, bro. I do not think that game's coming out this year. Like, obviously that's not gonna hurt you, but like, for me, that was like, I didn't even plan on taking that. Now, that being said, if I'm wrong, that game's going to review amazingly unless it ends up performing like a dumpster fire. But, like...
if it just turns out to be shit.
Well, like, the only way I can see SMT5 being badly reviewed in the West is if it's technically rough, which I think that is a legitimate concern, just because we know how tough Unreal Engine 4 games are on Switch. So, like, I don't think technically it's a solid bet, but I think in terms of, I think the chance of it coming out is more uncertain than its technical capabilities. But like it's a solid one to pick because like if you are right, you're at least guaranteed to be over 70, even if it runs like a hot ass.
Oh yeah, that story and that gameplay are gonna be reviewed amazingly. If it runs like a hot ass, that's gonna be docked points. But I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you get to pick another one because we're going backwards. So what is your second game?
Okay.
Munch.
Shut up.
Well, didn't think you were going to go for that big of a pick for the starters, though.
This is my second pick that I had, my first one that I did not... I thought...
Whoa, no!
Yeah, baby!
I legit am mad at... Now, like, this is an SMT podcast. I'm more mad about you picking this than SMT5.
I saw it on the list, and I was like, I gotta take it.
Damn.
I picked Final Fantasy 16. That game's gonna be fucking game of the year.
Dude. Legitimately mad. Like, I hope that comes out this year, and I believe the 14 team enough that, like, I bet if they want to, they could make it happen. But that's another one like SMT5 where I could also see it getting pushed. But I don't know, like, Duke. So where are you at? Like, what's the Duke hype check for 16?
Well, it has the people behind 14, and they know how to write good stories.
That's true.
14, I've been playing 14.
Had me interested in it. I was like,
I've been playing 14. 14's fan-fucking-tastic, dude.
When are you playing 14? All I ever hear you play is League of Snores.
I picked it up maybe... I have 2 weeks left on my month.
So are you playing on PC or PS4?
I'm playing on PC.
Okay. Interesting.
God, if I had to play that on PS4, I'd kill myself.
You
Those
know,
controls on
honestly,
PS4
like
suck.
that's how you can tell you haven't tried it. Because actually, Duke, have you ever played 14 at all, let alone on controller?
Yeah, I played it on the PS3 and 4, and then I went to PC.
Like the controller support, obviously, it's not going to like match a keyboard, but like they actually find a good way to make binding hotkeys not feel trash. Like they have very good controller support in 14.
Because all you have to do, well, back from when I played it, all you had to do was press R1 and it would like switch everything to your combat.
Yeah, and
so
then you could
like,
do like,
this is nice.
and then like L2 and R2 would like add extra functions for buttons and stuff. Like it felt natural. All right, Duke, choice number 2. The bar is already set high. I was thinking RE8 was setting the bar high, but like we're now already in the big leagues and we've got like 8+ games to choose. The suspense is killing me. I'm not even gonna edit any of this out. Everyone's gonna feel it.
Yeah, I keep reloading.
No!
Oh my god! Next one.
Yeah, you gotta say this name.
So
I'm not saying this name.
I chose Nier Replicant, version 1.22474487139. I'm pretty sure that's like. I'm pretty sure if you do some like decoding or something, that says it means something. But
it's actually just my IP
the reason
address.
why I chose this is because this game, everybody has always wanted a remake of the first Nier. Because it's like, one, it was hard to get because it was stuck on the PS3 or Xbox. You know, we couldn't get it. And then two, Nier Automata is one of the best games, I'd have to say. And it sold over, what, like 5 million units?
Mm-hmm.
4.5? And there's just so much, what's the right word? There's just so much to look forward to with this remake, remaster, whatever they want to call it. And I think it's going to do really well.
Are you nervous at all that the developer behind it, Toybox, is known for not the best, most AAA games?
Not really, because based on the trailer that we saw, and the little bit of gameplay they showed us, it's already 10 times better than the original one. The original one had garbage gameplay. I don't care what anybody says. That gameplay was
I've never,
garbage.
like, I know Nier Defenders. Like, we all know #1 Nier Defender Waffles. Even, like, Waffles is, like, that game plays like hot shit. You play it for the story and the concepts. You don't play it for the gameplay. The gameplay is terrible.
And from the small little gameplay we've seen, it was like, all right, they got it. Like, they already did it. That's going to be a fun game, and the story's going to be great. They're probably going to add more shit to it. Like, hopefully Papa Nier's in it, because I don't like Tweak Nier. But, you know, hopefully they have, like, a lot of cool shit. I know they said something about, like, the Nier Automata voice actors are going to be in it, so maybe we'll see some cool shit. But I think it's going to do really well, because, I don't know, Nier just has a really good story, and I don't see them fucking that up.
I get that. So, I can't believe you guys didn't pick this, but it just seems... Now, this doesn't seem like a slam dunk for my next pick, but if it doesn't get totally screwed, I will be very happy that it does happen. Let's see, pop up.
I hate that I have to keep reloading.
Is it really? Because mine's just popping up automatically.
Is it?
Yeah. It might not like you. Oh, hold on. I think I effed up one of our league options. Let me change this real quick so I don't spoil anything. Manage leagues. Manually set game. Here we go. There we go. Select. Allow. Coolio. And then let me put it up there. Everyone's enjoying this dead air. Anyone want to guess what it is? This should be pretty easy.
Strikers.
Strikers, baby. We're striking the the boys.
That was gonna
and
be
the
one
girls.
of mine.
Strike while the iron's hot.
So, like, I gotta be real. This isn't like a Persona 5 Royal slam dunk. Strikers is 100% like a game that I could see reviewing in the 70s. And the only reason I say that, like, as someone who's played the full game, I feel like Koei Tecmo games usually get dicked over way more than they ever should, you know?
Mm.
So I don't want to be right. I hope that Strikers reviews like crazy high, because like I think Strikers is better than base Persona 5, but I'm also not
Oh yeah, you've already played it.
sure. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you guys think it's going to review?
I'm thinking maybe 7s or 8s.
I think it'll be 8s.
Are we talking like depending on the version, like Windows, PS4?
So what OpenCritic does is this is just whatever the highest reviewed one is. It doesn't matter by platform.
Okay.
So speaking of, though, this is another Koei Tecmo game that is already out, that is coming out stupid soon, and I think is going to review insanely well. And I'm so glad that it counts as a brand new game. Chugga. I am...
Was it the Dynasty Warriors game?
No, but I am tempted. Neo Remastered Collection. So, this is Neo...
I saw that and I was like, ooh, maybe.
This is Neo 1 and 2 with all of the DLC remastered on PS5. And I'm like, this, like... Because, like, you look at Neo 1 and 2, they reviewed amazingly. So put both games in one crazy complete package where there's not a lot of PS5 games. I think this is going to do really, really well. Just saying. Now, actually, has anyone here played Neo? Because I have a weird history of, like, in concept, I love Neo, but I've actually only ever played the betas for both games. I've never owned the full one, because I always wanted just to buy the all-in-one DLC collection.
I played the first one just for, like, a little bit, because I gave it as a Father's Day gift. And I liked it, but then it was just, like... It wasn't exactly what I wanted, because I thought it was like Japanese Ninja Dark Souls, and it just turned out to just be Ninja Gaiden, but without ninja to it, you know.
I get that.
And it was like, and I liked it because it had the cool characters. It had the like, I don't know what they call them, like the demons that would hang around with the characters.
Oh, the Oni or the Yokai.
Yeah, the yokai or the fairies, whatever. Like they had that cool, like, I know, like one of them had like a bear or some shit like that. I like the setting to it and the characters. It was all cool, but just the combat was kind of like, I kind of wish they would have done something a little bit more with it. But I've never played 2, so I don't really know how that goes. I've heard people say they fixed a lot of stuff.
2 reviewed insanely well last year. I just think it like released at a weird time, like right before quarantine and right before a lot of big stuff like Doom, Animal Crossing, and like FF7. So like I think it just sort of got drowned out.
Doom, Animal Crossing.
Doom, the Animals Cross. Duke, next up, what are you picking, dude? I feel like we've now gotten into everything is going to be a weird pick. I think we've all like picked like our biggies, unless someone's going to be out here being like, dude, let me tell you why. I can't even like think of like fake one, like Galgun Returns. Let me tell you why Galgun Returns is my next pick.
Okay.
Oh no, he's picking a hentai game. Dude, he's done.
All right, okay. I haven't picked all of the other ones that I've been looking at, but I saw one and I was like, oh, I know this game's gonna do very well. So I'm gonna pick Honey Pop 2.
Yo! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in an interesting part. Do we think people will what is the first Honey Pop on OpenCritic? That's what I gotta know. Like, I don't even who reviewed that. That's what I need to know. Honey Pop, OpenCritic.
Honey Pop isn't only about the ass and titties.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I can't imagine like a lot of people like from like IGN doesn't have a Honey Pop review, you know?
Yeah, you make a point.
Honey Pop right now has 3 reviews on OpenCritic. The first one. It has a no review score, a 3 out of 10, and a 7.5 out of 10. That's all it has.
3 out of 10?
3 out of 10 game rank seems a little low. Like, Honey Pop, whether you like the ass and titties or not, Honey Pop is at least a fun management kind of sim game.
Yeah, like every day, like I feel bored, I just pop that in and start playing.
Hold on.
Fun.
I'm sorry,
Jacking
actually.
off.
I
Off.
picked Honey Cam Studio. Honey
Oh,
Pop.
yeah, that game's
bad.
dog shit.
That one's bad. That one's bad.
Sorry, I've not played that one. Honey Pop might not actually be on OpenCritic, the original one. It's on Metacritic with literally one critic review and a 8 out of 10 from users, but I don't see it at all on OpenCritic. I'll try searching it. Honey Pop is one word, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Honey Pop. Honey Pop is not on OpenCritic, but it also might, because Honey Pop is actually kind of old, right?
Yeah, it's like from.
It might just not be there
17,
because of
18?
that, but
No, that's way before 18.
bold pick.
No way.
Bold pick, Honey Pop 2. Because it's been in development forever, right? I feel like it's been like one of
Honey
those
Pop
things
2
that's
came
been
out.
coming.
Yeah. It's been out. It's 2015. Wow, really?
Imagine.
No fucking way this game came out in 2015.
So tell me why you're picking Honey Pop 2. It's an interesting choice for sure.
Well, I know that the first game, it was just like received better by people. You know, like you see the game, you're like, oh, it's gonna be just the hentai game. But then when you actually play it, it's like, holy shit, this is actually really fun. And then like, oh, I actually like the characters that are in the game.
I am so
second
tempted,
game-
by the way, now when I make the cover image for this week's show, just to use the cover announcement art they did, just because, like, man, that's I don't know if other people feel this way. Some very subtle use of butt plugs. It's a very subtle butt plug use.
I'm sorry, what?
When they announced the release date, it was literally just like a girl, ass up, face down, and like she was holding up a sign where her vagina would be, but you could see she had a butt plug in.
Where her vagina would be.
Have you ever played Honey Pop?
I played the first one. I played Cams.
You've seen this
So
shit
real
that
talk
they
though,
let
this
you
is a
do, right?
weird thing. Is there actually sex in Honey Pop? I know there's nudity, but there's not just sex in Honey Pop.
It's like
Okay,
it's like a Candy Crush thing.
Well, I was thinking about this because like I know Honey Pop would never be on like PS4 or Xbox, but like I legitimately think with how loose Nintendo is, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo would let them publish it. Because Nintendo will let you publish nudity.
It's
'Cause
more
for-
suggestive than anything.
From what I remember, because I think you had to mod it in order to get nudity. But when it was on Steam, it just had like, I think they got down to like their bikini and shit. But then you had to do a mod that the creators put out to put on the game to get nudity. I think that's what happened. Because I have the mod on, so it just shows me all the weird shit.
I put this in the number one Steam discussion page for Honey Pop. How to have sex scene. I dated Tiffany 15 times now, but no sex scene. What I do wrong? These boys be out there trying to get that money. Speaking of trying to get that money, Torrin,
I don't know
please explain to me your next pick. I'm very surprised you picked this.
Oh, you fucking
Oh,
bitch.
okay, so I picked Back
You fucking
for
bitch.
Blood by the Left 4 Dead team. And when was the last time you ever played Left 4 Dead? Doesn't matter, because Left 4 Dead is the fucking best game on earth. It never changes. The gameplay I've seen from Back 4 Blood looks fantastic.
Did you try the alpha? They had an alpha back in December.
Did not try the alpha. I didn't even know. But it looks absolutely fantastic, and you literally can't go wrong. It's the same team. You can't fuck it up.
I'm just going to say one word for you. Evolve.
Okay, oh, God, fuck, I hate you.
I mean, you locked it in. I could have warned you, but I mean, hey, I hope I'm wrong. That game looks great. It looks like they know what they're going back to, though. I'll say that. It definitely looks like they know what they're going back to. Pun not intended.
Director's cuts are allowed, right?
Try it. If it's not, I'll let you know. Which one are you thinking?
Disco Elysium, the final cut.
Ooh, that might let you because it's all.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, that's a solid pick.
I've played the first. I've played Disco Elysium. I haven't finished it. I need to go back and finish it. but what I've played is so fucking fantastic. And when it releases on every fucking console, it's gonna review more.
That's a great bet. Because even on PC, it reviewed in the 9s. So, like, the same game with more content, you're going to, like, yeah, it's going to sweep up.
It won all those awards and shit.
That's a good bet. That's a really good bet. Duke, next up.
I'm a gamer. I know my games.
All right. I already know this game is going to do well. Like, there's nothing else I can say about it. I'm just gonna drop it.
MLB The Show 21, baby.
Oh.
Okay. Explain your pick.
How interesting.
Okay. Walk us through this. How did you come to this one?
Okay. So the first game did really well.
And what's it called? Because people can't see this. Remember.
Okay. The game I chose is Deltarune. And the first game was Undertale. Now, you can, meme about it, but the game still was incredible. And it spawned Deltarune, which its small little, what was it, like episode 1, that they called it, was a step forward for the series, I'd say. When it comes to, I feel like the creator looked at the first one and was like, okay, how do we make this better? And then he just made Deltarune. So, I just feel like it's going to do a lot better. I feel like, because we now have more characters, you're not by yourself anymore. You have, party members. And the dynamic between the party members that you had was really cool in Deltarune episode 1. And I'm trying to see, I feel like it's only going up from there. The world, the music especially, and just the battle system itself is going to be fun. I feel like this one is going to be, the first game took notes from Earthbound, and I feel like the second one, Deltarune, is going to be taking from, Final Fantasy and SMT. So.
I'm very excited, because, I played through the first chapter, although what's funny is with Undertale, I was super late to the party. Someone in the SMTN Facebook group, I remember, what did the first Undertale come out in, 2012?
Ooh, it was
13, 14?
Yeah,
so 14, I think.
early SMTN days, someone was nice enough to gift it to me on Steam, and I was like, hey, I'll try and get to this, but I really don't play a lot of games on my computer. And so then when it finally came out on Vita and PS4, I played it and was like, oh my god, I felt so dumb for waiting so long. And then when Deltarune Chapter 1 came out, I was like, this is literally just a better Undertale from the start so far. So I was like, yeah. I'm ready, let's go. Now, here's the question. Will this actually release, though? This is your first, I'll call it, Torrin pick. Torrin had a lot of will they, won't they picks in the beginning. What makes you think this?
I believe it will.
Okay.
Well, we got a tweet from Toby Fox, and he was like, yeah, it's going well. Everything's fine. Just, stay tuned. So I'm like, all right. So I feel like it's been in development for a while. When did Deltarune came out?
I think it was 2018 was when the demo came out.
Yeah, 2018. So it's been about 2 years.
But remember though, he did say he's not releasing it in chapters anymore. He's just going to do it all the game. I'm next, and I'm gonna make some enemies with my next two choices. They're going to be picked very quickly. I'm not getting updates automatically. There we go. Now I'm getting my updates again. Alright. My next pick, unless... Oh, actually it's not saying I'm going next. I guess I'll just do this. Okay, no, it is my next. It was just not loading correctly. Next up, I'm going with... Suspense. Horizon Forbidden West. Dude, it's slam dunk. How will this not be just because and also I'm very late to the party because with the first Horizon I bought it day one and I never beat it until 2019. Yeah, I didn't beat it until 2019 or even almost 2020. I think I was very, very late to it.
I haven't. I still have yet to touch it.
It holds up really well, and I don't know if you want to play it on PS4 or PC at this point, but It's a really, really great game. Like I trust Gorilla like to just
Probably PC, because even with Yakuza games, my PS4 still sounds like a fucking jet engine.
Thank God I never had
Yeah,
that issue.
What the fuck was that?
It was one of those
Dude,
where
that's a fucking
like Duke, like for you, was your PS4 like? Do you ever have a loud system? Because I lucked out and I've never had that with any of my things. From my Slim, my regular, or my Pro, they were always quiet.
Oh yeah, my shit always sound like it's fucking a jet. Like that shit is annoying.
It's really weird. Like, why do you think like I just don't ever get it? And I really hope the answer isn't white privilege.
Well, when did you get yours? Because my PS.
So I have 3
Like 6
PS4s.
years old.
So my first one is a launch system from day one. My second one I got at the launch.
the 15.
Yes, the 15 Slim model, so that's from 2016. And then I got the Kingdom Hearts 3 Pro, and that's from 2019.
I forget you have the Kingdom Hearts Pro.
Mm-hmm. It's a beauty.
Is it still boxed up, or did you open it?
No, I opened all of them.
so.
I actually have the PS4 one right next to me. Speaking of things, though, that are not on PS4, my next pick, I cannot believe nobody took either of these two. Ratchet and Clank, dude. Like, another game that's just like, how is that not just going to tear up on the reviews? Especially after how much of a role Insomniac's been on. Like, they have not had a fail since, like, what? Fuse? That really, really shitty EA game they did?
The only thing
What's
I know
that
about that.
What's that zombie
is the
game they made?
Cover art.
Oh, dude, I hope to God you're not talking about Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive.
I love Sunset Overdrive.
That was a good fucking
Do you
game.
like it because it's Yuri alone, though, or because the game's actually good?
I like it for
It was
both.
actually good.
Yeah, man. Also, I think it's still on Game Pass. Maybe I don't actually know how that works. Since, I think it is because Microsoft
Dude,
owns
who
the game.
fucking knows?
Yeah. But yeah, that's one where like
Yeah,
I
that's
bet
cool
one
Sunset
day
Overdrive
Sunset
Game Pass.
Overdrive will find a way to come to PlayStation. Like they'll do like a 1.5 and put it on like PS5 or something. Because like that game is so
Right,
good and nobody played it on Xbox or PC.
It is still a Game Pass, yes.
So speaking of Game Pass, I'm gonna have to pass the next bet on to Duke. What is next?
This is a hard one. Because, like, all the ones that I had are like, no, those ones aren't coming out in 2021.
You literally just picked Deltarune. Like, I love that that's your like, I don't know.
Yeah. I have faith that one's going to come out, though.
Don't be, like, scared to, like, pull a Torrin. Like, like, we don't have to just pick, like, the AAA stuff. Like, when you go for, like, the Disco Elysiums, those will get you points.
No, I'm just like, the ones I have, I know they're not coming out this year. They're definitely. If they do, that'll be amazing. But they're not coming out. There's no way.
Uppers 2,
Fuck,
Electric
man.
Boogaloo.
I know my next one.
I'm excited, dude. This is great. I'm, like, on the edge of my seat for every one of these.
This is pretty fun.
Much better than talking about stupid Patrick Mahomes, man. Stupid football.
I know my next 2 games. Holy shit, dude.
I feel like I can feel the pressure for you. Like, we're just watching him, like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna pick Ghost and Goblins Resurrection? I hope not.
Fucking Ghosts and Goblins.
Is he gonna pick that Hyperdimension Neptunia VTuber game? I hope so.
That game's gonna be fucking dog shit. There hasn't been a good Hyperdimension Neptunia game since the fucking first one on the Vita.
When they left the Vita, those games got remarkably worse.
Like, I remember I was playing the second one and I was like, this game is dog shit, and I just turned it off and never played it again.
Just try not to think
fucking
about the
fun.
fact that I'm like within eye shot of a body pillow from that game.
Fucking loser.
You can do a Melissa pick. You can go for Love Life School Festival.
Fuck off.
Hold on. Man. I fucking
Dead
lost it.
air.
Remember, you don't have to go for a game that is a date. Even if you like think like there's a lot of games that are like kind of nebulous 2021.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with this one. Even though I don't feel like it's gonna do well, this is the first. I feel like this. It might do well. We'll see. Oh, it says there's an error. All right.
I'm dying, dude. I gotta know what this thing
Like,
is.
I feel like it might exceed expectations.
Drop it, man. Tell me what you're doing.
All right.
Lock it in.
Dropping Disgaea 6.
Oh, dude! That's a interesting one for a couple of reasons. Have you seen the footage from the Japanese demo?
No. I just seen the trailer.
Okay, so this is what's really interesting about Disgaea 6. Disgaea 6 actually is looking really solid, but there's a asterisk next to it. It's only coming to Nintendo Switch in the West. Even though there's a PS4 version in Japan, Nintendo paid for it to be a exclusive in the West, and the Switch port runs like shit. But the game is great. Like, the game looks great. So, like, assuming they can get the technical specs out of the way or reviews don't dock it for that, like, Disgaea 6 looks legitimately good. That's, like, I would say it's a risky pick, but it's a good pick. Like, if it gets up high, it has a good chance for, like, 80s.
Wait, so did they, like, is it limited? Exclusive?
Yeah, so it is literally only exclusively on the Switch outside of Japan. Or I guess an easier way to describe it, the PS4 version is exclusive to Japan.
That's so weird to do that.
Yeah, like, I don't know why. Who just started a DS?
I was like, what the fuck? What are these noises? I heard like a noise a minute ago that really fucking confused me. I was like, what went off? Alright. I already have my next pick.
That feels like that's Nintendo trying to kill this game.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think ever since Disgaea left handheld, they've had a really hard time finding a system to really call their own. Like, I feel like Disgaea 3 and 4 were comfortable enough on PS3, but those Vita ports are what really sold them to a lot of players. And then now, in a post-Vita world, 5 undersold, and then all of the ports they've been doing to Switch and PC and PS4.
You fucking
wow.
Bitch. Yes, you fucking bitch.
Oh.
Yes, sir. My next two picks are Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which is going to sell fantastically, and the game that's going to break the Switch's fucking limit, No More Heroes 3.
I really hope that No More Hero 3 comes out this year. So I want you to know, I almost picked Lego Star Wars, and the only thing that kept me away from it, the only reason I got a little scared is because Lego games review weirdly low. Like, not below 70, like, you're guaranteed at least a 70. But the thing
some of these last few games have been kind of reviewed like garbage, like the Lego Movie 2 is garbage, Lego Star Wars, the one from, 7? Garbage.
Oh no, dude! Force Awakens was good actually. I liked Lego Force Awakens.
No, I heard that one was kind of meh.
Double platinumed that game. That is not a bad game. That is a fun game. But no, I gotta say you are taking a good risk, I would say, because this is the longest development a Lego game has ever had. Like, this game literally got announced before Rise of Skywalker was out. Like, they've been taking their time with this game.
Yeah.
So I hope it's good. I'm buying it. I'm buying this game. No More Heroes, I don't know. Do you guys think No More Heroes is like a lock for good reviews, though? I don't know how the first two did.
I would say, what did the first two review on? I guess Open Critic.
No, but the second one is a really good game. Like, I played the first one for the first time, actually, because I'd never played the first one. I started at the second one. I never played it because the first one looked like dog shit to me. But when I went and played the second one again, I was like, holy shit, this is why I love the second game so much better than the first one. And the third one seems like it's going to be taking, what they learned from 2 and just upping it.
All right, you are next. What is your next pick, my man?
Wunga Bunga, go next, Gagunga.
This
one is a... I actually don't want to do this one now.
Now I'm more curious. All right, when you're done, you got to tell me what it is, though, because I'm curious.
Okay, I have 3 that I'm like, No, two. One is a weird pick, but I think this one's gonna do good.
Whatever one you're not wanting to pick because you're scared about it, write it down, but don't send it to us until we're all done, because I want to know what it is now.
Yeah. It's nothing too big, but I'm gonna choose a weird one that I think is gonna do really good this year.
Gal Gun Returns.
I wish.
Nah, It Takes Two.
Ooh, I was thinking about that one. That one looks good.
I've been eyeing that one. The
what is it? A Way Out reviewed very, very well. So I think that's a solid pick. Ooh.
And that's the reason why I think this one's gonna do well, because A Way Out, despite the way it looked, it looked a little janky, and there were some parts like when you're shooting, it was a little bad, but overall, it was a really fun experience, especially if you were playing it with someone else. It was just like the best thing ever. And this game, It Takes Two, it looks cute, it looks fun. Like I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the story that it has, and the set pieces that are gonna be in the game. It feels like there's gonna be more cooperation this time, and I can't wait to play with someone else.
I'm thinking hard on this one. I know neither of you two would pick this, but I gotta lock it in. I really, really hope Oddworld Soulstorm is as good as I think it's gonna be. I fucking love the Oddworld games.
Didn't even think of it, bro. Not even on my mind.
I don't know if they review very well, but it's one of those things where I'm like, my gut's telling me, I gotta go for it. I gotta just call dibs on this thing. The other one I'm gonna pick is one that I'm sure is coming out this year. I'm not actually that confident will be great. Sorry, I'm not confident will review great, but I'm confident in the team that it'll be a good game. And so I want to lock in for my last one.
Moon Factory 5.
No, that actually would probably review pretty well, though. It does not want me to type this in.
Neptunia Virtual Stars. Holy shit, that's actually a real game. Holy fuck. I thought you were fucking with me. I thought you were fucking with me.
That's a real one, baby. Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh!
I hope this game's good, but this game also, it's been very nebulous. It's not like Deathloop, where Deathloop I feel like you know if you're all in for Deathloop or not, whereas Ghostwire still is really vague. We've not seen a lot of Ghostwire. Also, it'll be literally the last Bethesda exclusive on PS5. So that is me. Next up is Duke again. Oh man, I have one that I want to lock in, and although I know none of you will ever pick it. Oh, but will that be good? It's got to be good, but will it be good? Oh my god.
Destruction All Stars.
No. Oh god, jeez, that game looks so fucking bad.
Which one's that? Is that the baseball one?
No. No. That's the Rocket League meets Fortnite.
Oh, is that the one where you're on rollerblades or whatever?
No, that's the Ubisoft one. That also looks really bad.
Which one's? God damn it! Which one's that one? I want to play that one.
I think that's Rollerblade Stars or something.
Roller Champions.
Roller Champions, yes.
I want to play that.
Oh my god, there's an Idolmaster game also coming out this year. What is going on?
Fuck, that means Berserk is gonna go on another hiatus.
VTubers are the new.
Wait,
idols.
why would that mean? Oh, never mind. By the way, I don't know if I've told you guys, I'm committing myself to, I'm getting into Berserk this year. 2021 is the year Spencer gets into Berserk.
Nice.
I'm starting off the way all men should, by playing Berserk Warriors on Vita and PS4.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Is that what you asked?
I actually like those games. I have the PS4 one. Sorry, I have the Vita one. I don't have the PS4 yet. It's a pretty fun game. I know it's not the best game out there, but I will say this. In its favor, Koei Tecmo at least had the balls to tell whatever dog shit animation company was making the 2016 anime, no thanks, dog, we'll just take it from the movie. Because at least the animated cutscenes are from the good movie, not the bad show.
That's what I'm saying. You should watch the anime first before you play the game.
I've seen the 90s anime, but I actually want... My plan is I want to...
Play the
I want to I want to see the movies in full, but I also want to read the books. So I'm planning on just going like start getting the books slowly but surely.
Just play the Sega
no,
games.
you can read the books because the manga, the first volume doesn't start where the anime.
Yeah, because I'm aware of like how the Golden Age start. Like basically the manga, like volume 1 of the manga is basically kind of episode 1, and then they just skip ahead to like what the second or third arc with the Golden Age.
Yeah.
Oh, gross! There's a Ruby game coming out this year. Who would? Oh my God, I forgot. That's the Arc System Works game. Wow.
Yeah, that one. I don't have faith in that.
No, dude. Who has faith in
Which
Ruby?
game?
Ruby anything? I found out Marcus is a Ruby fan. Is that surprise anyone else, or is that just me?
Wait, what?
He's talking to me about Ruby, and he said it drops off at some point. He's a Ruby fan, but after a certain point, he's like, it just kind of stops being.
I just
good.
don't
It's
know,
not being
like
good season 3.
I just don't know, like what sucks people in to that game. That's what I don't get.
What?
I don't know, dude.
Oh man, I'm still looking.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
There's a lot of. There's at least
Dead
4.
air.
Oh, sorry. There are 5 Vampire the Masquerade games you could pick. So it's not like there's not a lot of games coming out this year.
Those games are not going to do well. Oh, I got it. I
think I know my next one. I
got it.
Dude, your list is like your list has no theme. Your list is like a shotgun on Wikipedia.
Who, me or?
No, dude, his is like Monster Hunter, Nier, Honey Pop, Deltarune, Disgaea, It Takes Two. There's no theme at all.
I know this game is going to do well. I know it's going to do well. Pokemon Snap.
Oh, that's a solid. That's a solid pick.
I was gonna pick that one.
That's a very solid pick. People are gonna eat that game up.
And after Sword and Shield's shitty ass game, people are gonna be like, "See Nintendo," and they're gonna buy this. Even though
I love that conversation because it's just been like, are you aware that like everything around Pokemon just makes Pokemon look worse, but it never affects it in the long run?
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, T-Man.
First game did so fantastic. I have such a good faith in Neo: The World Ends With You.
I was legitimately worried you were gonna pick Overwatch 2, so I'm glad you picked that. So what? Because like I'm one of the rare few who like when I saw the trailer for Neo: The World Ends With You, I'm like, this looks like a Switch game that someone like ported to PS4. Like it does not look visually impressive. I hope it's good, but it doesn't look great.
I feel like I know my next game. I feel like what's gonna pull people in is not the game, or not kind of the gameplay, but more the story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then my next game, you're gonna call me a little dumb bitch for this, but what
You're
the
always
fuck
a dumb bitch.
Shut up. Ruined King, a League of Legends story.
That's honestly not a bad bet. Because out of all of the League spin-offs they've announced, that one at least looks the most accessible to people. Yeah.
It's an RPG. I think it's single player. Maybe it's multiple. I don't remember.
For all I know, I only know it as single player.
But it looks really fucking good. I love League of Legends. And I expect this game to do fantastic.
Alright, so unless you have something already set up, Duke, I'm going to give you a suggestion. This is not me trying to, like, set you up for failure. Have you forgotten that Monster Hunter Stories 2 is coming out this year?
Yes, I fucking did.
I think that's a game that could review pretty well, but I'm not brave enough to risk it. I think you might, though.
See, because I know some shit about that.
That first game reviewed very well, just no one played it.
Because it was on the 3DS at the end of its lifespan.
Why are there so many Vampire the Masquerade games?
They're like Warhammer. They'll literally give out their license to anyone.
Oh.
Oh,
that's why some of these say interactive fiction.
See, I got 3 right now. So, I had 2. You gave me a third one. There's one that I'm like, this one's guaranteed to sell well and review well. Because people will die for this company. in this IP.
I think I know what you mean, but I'm too scared to like commit to it for this year. There's a certain
and then
there's a certain famous Japanese developer that has a big high profile
Shadow
game.
Warrior 3.
I feel like, but then again, there's the voice in the back of my head that's saying like, no, it's not going to do well because of this one thing that's going to like make people go like, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be.
Okay.
Then the second one, I feel like it's going to do well.
I wonder what it is.
But
it's Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Its art style is what is like keeping me from thinking it's not going to do well. I feel like
I believe it
because of the art style.
I just realized what one of my picks are going to be next. I really hope you guys don't take it. Oh, I just thought of a good one. Lock it in, dude. I need to see this now. What are you picking?
I'm gonna do it anyway, because maybe they'll
You can always take them off if they do not come out this year. If you do it by the end of the year and they are announced as delayed, you can take games off your list. So don't. You're only going to be locked into them if one of us counterpick it, and I'll explain that once we're done doing our draft picks.
All right, this one's coming out next month though, so.
Yo, you just lost points, dude. That game's gonna be trash. What are you doing?
See, that's what I'm saying.
God,
that's what I'm saying.
Dude,
I'm
I'm sorry. We have to say what it is though first.
Bravely Default 2. I feel like the art style is what made me go like, I don't think it's gonna do well, because they went and changed it for no reason, and then it just doesn't. The main characters just don't look as cool as the first, protagonists from the first game, like Tiz and Agnes or whatever.
Have
name
you
was,
played the demo actually, out of curiosity?
No, because I did not care.
He's picked a game he doesn't care for.
I didn't care for it, and I was just like, all right, let me just see if they'll change the art style and introduce, the characters look better, and they didn't. And the gameplay might be good, but then it's like, I would rather they have made was it Octopath Traveler 2 than
so this
Default.
is the interesting thing. Bravely Default 1 was made by Silicon Studios, and I think it was I know who made it, but Octopath was developed by Acquire, and most people think that the Octopath game was made by the Bravely Default team because they have the same producer. So, let me get this here. So, Acquire is making Octopath Traveler. I think it's actually Acquire is making Bravely Default 2. I'm just checking that right now, just because I was hearing the director talk about this. Let me put in developer. Oh, no, it's a different team. Who the hell is Claytech Works? Huh.
The Claytech Works. Obviously.
Didn't Claytech do Terra Battle?
Right now, all I'm seeing is Palette Parade. So let's go to their website. Claytech Works. Who is this team? Alright, they got a fancy website.
Claytech Works?
They have done literally 2 games. Bravely Default is their first big game. By the way, have you guys seen the box art for Bravely Default 2? It looks like a cover. It looks like temporary box artwork, but it's literally the logo, a black background, and just a shot of a girl. It's like the most
that's what I'm saying.
They're being very boring. Like, I don't know, like, are they confident like it's just gonna destroy? Like, I know Octopath and Bravely Default reviewed well, but it's just one of those weird things of like, for me, I'm like, I just don't know where their confidence is coming from.
Like, I don't know, when you compare it to the other ones, like the first one, then the sequel to that one, like, it just, I feel like they're missing the style,
So, I never played Bravely Default because I never cared for
it. It has a chance. It definitely has a chance of doing well. I don't think it's a bad pick, even though I did like yo it right away, but I will say it's an interesting pick. Another one that I don't think is a solid pick in terms of my confidence, but I want to will it into existence for being good, is I really, really hope Far Cry 6 is fucking good. I'm very excited. I've not been excited for a Far Cry game in a long time, but just something about like that reveal trailer with Giancarlo just got my blood flowing. Like 5 concept was interesting, but the gameplay never sold me on it. 4 was just boring, whitewashed Troy Baker villain, and I haven't loved a game in the series since 3 and Blood Dragon. So, like, I almost actually, I liked what Primal did. Like, Primal was interesting, but Primal's not, like, a great game.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think 3 was good.
No, dude, 3's, like, one of the best, but I'm also weird, like, I think 2 is my favorite, so I'm definitely not, like, the majority.
3 is good, but 3 isn't, like, as amazing as everybody, like, hypes it up to be. It's okay.
3 is at least better than 4 and 5. Everyone can agree upon that. Like, 3 is at least better than its recent ones.
What happens...
It has the number 3 syndrome.
Very true.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting close. What am I at now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 2 left. I want to get risky, and then at the same time, I also want to pick some stuff that I know you guys will never pick. You guys are getting me worked up here. I know what I could pick, but I'm in a... You know what? Fuck. I'm going with my heart. I gotta go with my heart for this one. No one's gonna pick this, but I believe this game is gonna be good. It's been delayed a bajillion times. It has to be good. Has almost no hype on the website.
Stalker 2.
Digimon Survive. Please be good, Digimon Survive. Please be good.
Fuck.
Please be good, Digimon Survive.
I just used this government name.
Okay.
You gotta edit that out. I used this government name. We gotta delete the entire thing.
We're wiping the slate clean. We're doing the episode over.
Okay. I believe it's gonna do. What's the best word?
Digimon?
Yeah, Digimon Survive.
I haven't
even heard of this.
I think there's going to be that small group of people who really like it because they've figured out all the cool shit that the game can do. And then everybody else is going to be like, hey, Digimon, cool.
At the very least, I can take solace knowing no matter what game comes out, Digimon Survive will 100% be better than Pokemon Sword and Shield.
It will survive. That's what I'll say.
What if that was its credits song? It's I Will Survive. How on the nose could that be?
Like, is it a remix version of that song?
No, it's just straight up Donna Summer's I Will Survive. That is Donna Summers, right? I hope so. No, wait, that's it's Gloria Gaynor. My bad. Don't know why I thought it was Donna Summers.
Who?
Gloria Gaynor saying I Will Survive.
Did she do a cover? Donna Summers?
Maybe.
It's kind of weird in my room. I don't understand that.
It's the weed. It's the gamer weed. What if gamer weed was a thing? What a cursed idea that would be.
I don't smoke in the house.
Okay, that's good. Only a Taco Bell drive-thru, like a man.
Yeah, you know, or like that one time I got really wasted and almost went to Taco Bell, and I met you in the elevator, and you were like, "Don't go to Taco Bell."
Oh, you're right. Donna Summers has sang "I Will Survive" at one point. Now I'm wondering which one I like better, but I'll have to worry about that later. I will say this though: Donna Summers a lot more popular in Japan. Just saying.
Okay.
Sorry. Next pick, Mr. Duke.
All right. Another error. Okay, I'm gonna pick the one that I was talking about before that I think is.
That you're risking it. You're risking it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I'm risking it more than.
I just picked Digimon. Don't you're not alone on the risking game here.
No. I'm risking it more than Digimon.
All right.
This is a big risk.
Ghost Runner. I don't know, dude. What?
Guilty Gear Strive.
Yo, that is a risk. But if
because it's a fighting game.
Yes, but if it hits hard, it'll hit hard. Like, remember how well even bad, I say bad, even games like DBZ Fighters, which is a good game, but there's some stuff about that game that's not great. Arc System was weird. Sometimes their games will review super middlingly, and then sometimes their games will review crazy well.
But the difference is that Dragon Ball was something new, and I feel like that was more people were going to be more positive about it until they played it more, and then you start to get the shit talking about it. But Guilty Gear Strive, already out the bat, people were like, no, fuck this. They're like, we need to change everything. It feels wrong. I don't like this, and it's like, oh shit. I don't.
It's dangerous. It's very dangerous for sure.
Like, I feel like this is a perfect 50-50. It could go either way. It could either be dog shit or people will love it. I really hope
this is how you
love
know
it.
if Arc System Works did a good game. What is the last Arc System Works game that Torrin bought? That's how you know it's going to be popular.
Ultimax.
Yeah, I think so. God, fuck. Arc System Works. What is the last fucking Arc System Works game I got?
Please say Ultimax, because God knows you didn't buy Cross Tag Battle.
No, I did not. You're right. Let's go to the Wikipedia.
Did you buy DBZ Fighters?
I did not. I am not a Dragon Ball person.
Did you buy Grand Blue?
I technically have River City Girls, but I did not buy it.
That doesn't count. That's just published. That doesn't count.
Okay.
When will companies start correcting people on that?
Yeah, Ultimax. It would have had to have been Ultimax.
Okay. Well, you got 2 more picks, so lay it on me.
All right, my next one.
Actually, this is your. Hold on. I think these are your last 2. Yeah, so be careful.
The game mode it came off of in the game did so astoundingly well. They made a game out of it. Can anybody take a guess? It's very, very established
Wait.
franchise.
Before you pick it, before you lock in it, I want to be at least fair and give you a heads up like you did with Andre. I feel like out of everyone here, you are the only one here who might be brazen enough. Do you think Halo Infinite has a chance?
No, I don't even.
You don't even think Halo could do over 70?
No, not that. I don't think it's gonna be released this year. If it is, it's gonna be very,
Dude,
very
no way.
I'm
no
talking November,
way.
Christmas.
How do they delay it again? If they delay, remember when they did that first delay, people were like, "Oh, I guess it'll release in the spring." No one thought.
You can take Halo Infinite all you want. I don't care. By the way, the answer is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Man, I am ready for them to change that name, but I'm excited for that game. That game, it is made by the team who did Siege, but it is a single-player co-op focused game, and that gets me a lot more excited. I like Siege as a game, I just don't like it as a multiplayer concept, so, I could see that doing very well.
God, you know what? Oh, fuck. Do I listen to you and take Infinite?
It's at least a safe bet. You know if Halo comes out, it's not going to be a 70. And if it gets delayed again, then you can just take it off your list and put something else.
Alright, yeah, you got me there. Halo Infinite.
Alright. Abides to peer pressure.
Holy shit.
Alright, and so you're going to take Gotham Knights, right, Duke?
Ooh, I was thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. Gotham Knights is a guaranteed 70 at least. There's no way that's below 70. They've been working on that game for 7 years.
Okay, so
this is your last game, by the way. Just letting you know.
Well, the one game that I had was the new Mario that's coming out, or the report or whatever.
Yeah, Bowser's Fury.
I was thinking
about that
doing that, but I was like, I feel like the game isn't going to be as good because it's just a port of it.
I have a weird feeling that Bowser's Fury is an hour long.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that people are going into this thinking, oh, this is a whole new mode and shit, and it's just gonna be 30 minutes or some shit, and they're like, fuck, this game sucks, But then I think, oh, it's also gonna do well because it's Mario.
But then you also remember that no one else on this list is going to pick Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah, and I was looking at that too, and I'm like, maybe I should get that one. But then I was also thinking, maybe I should put Nocturne HD Remastered.
Nocturne's a weird one.
I'm kind of surprised nobody's picked Nocturne.
For me, it's the Japanese release was so riddled with issues that even with all those issues patched, I don't think it's going to review well. It's going to sell whatever. It's going to sell fine. But I just don't see reviewers looking at Nocturne and recommending it no matter what state it comes out in. It's going to literally Nocturne is going to be fans of the series will be sure to enjoy this game.
This is the true Dark Souls of Persona, or some shit like that,
Shut the fuck up. Quit talking. I don't need that in my life.
But that was also another thing. It's I think it'll sell well, but I don't think it's gonna review well because I feel like there's gonna be more people who are gonna be more either negative or what's the right more, I'm trying to say like what's the word more they're gonna critique it more like people did with Royal, people like actually Persona 5 actually doesn't have a really good story. I feel like they're gonna do that with Nocturne.
Well, I don't know, dude. I feel like most of the mainstream press jerked off Persona 5 Royal with zero consequence to the original, but I think it's more the community looked into it a lot deeper than any of the reviewers did.
I don't know. And then there's just like the whole negative like side of Nocturne. I feel like there's just it's so chaotic, and I'm like, do I pick it? Oh man.
It's
but
tough.
You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. I feel like this is a safe bet. And again, rumors of it coming on PC, so it's like,
Gotham Knights.
I think it's gonna sell well, and I think this is also, it's also gonna help out with the other game that I chose. So I'm gonna go with Monster Hunter Stories.
All right.
I feel like people are gonna see this and be like, okay, let me try it out. RPG. Okay, this is cool. Let me go try out Monster Hunter Rise. Oh fuck, this is fun. And then boom.
It's a solid. It's a solid pick, dude. Like, especially because it's like it is unrealistic, like for there to be like a chance of it being like really bad, Like it's not like it's gonna be a thing of like, oh man, I just don't know about this like RPG.
Yeah.
It's like with Ni no Kuni 2. Ni no Kuni 2 isn't like a crazy big game, but no one went into that game being like, I don't know, man. That Ni no Kuni series, I just can't trust it.
Was Ni no Kuni 2 good?
Ni no Kuni 2 was good, but like I just think no one played it was its problem.
I never heard anything out of Ni no Kuni 2. I just knew it came out.
It was alright, and then there was like some story parts that was like, this is dumb as fuck. And then there was like you had to like, in order to fight the final boss, I think you had to do a like requirement. You had to like raise up all your like teams and shit. People didn't like that. But the game.
I'm so nervous, really, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like really nervous about my last pick.
Gotham Knights.
There's no way.
I'm stuck between like three things. And none of them are like instant hits. Like I could just be smart and just pick something and just like pick something that's like gonna be like a 7 or an 8 or whatever. But like then I have like a dumb thing in my head of like, I don't know, like what if like I want to get a little, what if I want to get like a little nasty? What if I want to get a little freaky?
All right. I'm gonna give you a choice that I think works well. Deathloop.
I was going to pick that one.
Deathloop I'm thinking of, but also Arcane has not had the best luck. Like, Arcane did that really terrible Wolfenstein Youngblood that nobody liked.
Is that the one with the brothers and sisters or whatever the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah,
the two sisters.
Girls.
It was two sisters? I thought it was...
Sisters.
Okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, no, they did both fucking...
and the VR one that no one liked.
Yeah. That no one talked about. But they've got Dishonored on their belt.
Duke, if you have a suggestion, now is the time to suggest it, because I have a pick I think I'm going to pick, but I want to hear what you think.
I was thinking Scarlet Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus is a good pick, but I just don't trust that team enough to get wide stream appeal.
Love Life, School Idol, Festival, Activity, YY, Home Meeting.
Do I have any that are like, no way in hell they're coming out this year? I don't think
I've got
almost all
I've got one for you. Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake.
Oh, you asshole! Yeah, just for that, I'm locking in this one. Any guesses what this is?
Samurai Showdown. I don't know, dude.
I'm sorry, I just won the game.
Monster Energy Supercross, the video game 4.
Dynasty Warriors 9.
That's not coming out.
I legit thought about Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires this entire time. I was like, I really think that's going to be good, but I just don't trust reviews enough to, like, because I still haven't seen gameplay. But, yes, my last pick is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, which I'm like, it's got to come out. It's the 35th anniversary this year. It has got to come out.
We're going to get a small 5-second teaser.
But if it comes out, dude, I'm guaranteed a 10. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Guaranteed at least above an 8.
It's gonna be above, and it's gonna be really good.
I'm surprised nobody picked anything like Little Nightmares 2.
So
Super Meat Boy Forever.
No, dude, Super Meat Boy Forever sucked. Nobody liked it. It came out in December and nobody's talked about it. So
no, it hasn't. Oh fuck! It came out on Switch.
Switch in the Epic Game Store only right now.
Oh yeah, that's why nobody fucking talked about it. It's on Epic Game Store.
I'll see it for free in a year. So next up, before we finish this up, we have our counter picks. So Torrin, you go first. Counter picks are, we have two choices. We are picking a game from our opponent's list, and it does two things. It is going to lock in that choice, so they are not ever able to drop it. And if it reviews poorly, like if it reviews under 70, you get those points. And if it reviews over, you lose those points. So you're going to want to pick something on your opponent's list that you think is either no way in hell coming out this year, or you think is going to review really, really bad and you want those points.
Oh fuck! You've hit me with a hard one here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to pick because most of these games are guaranteed to come out.
There's a couple on both of our lists, so you could definitely.
There's a couple that are not gonna come out. I can tell you, fucking Breath of the Wild 2 is not coming out.
Lock it in, dude. I dare you. Lock it in right now.
Because
you know when that gets above, like if that does come out, you're screwed. You're screwed.
Yeah, true. I'm not gonna do that. You were talking about it being pretty bad earlier. I'm gonna pick Disgaea 6.
Okay, that's a safe counter pick.
It was either that or Bravely Default 2.
All right, Duke. What is your first counter pick?
You have at least 3 that I don't think is gonna do well.
Lay it on me.
At least I don't think Oddworld is gonna do well.
I can see that happening. You're not wrong to say that.
Far Cry 6 is gonna do well.
No, I think Far Cry 6 is gonna do well. I think it's gonna do well when it releases, but in the long run, it's gonna be kind of meh. Maybe. Digimon Survive is kind of like I'm
Digimon is a wild card. Digimon is like, are we getting a good one or are we getting a cyber sleuth? Who knows what we're getting?
Yeah. And then Ghostwire is like, I don't think.
No, I was kidding. Cyber Sleuth is good. Cyber Sleuth is good.
And then Ghostwire, I don't think that.
Ghostwire's not coming out.
I don't think it's going to be Ghostwire Tokyo anymore. It's going to be something completely different.
Well, if it changes its name, then I'm going to change it. Unless you lock it in, and then I'm fucked.
I'm going to lock that shit in. Because I don't think, out of all of the ones on here, that's the one I'm like, eh.
I'm okay with you locking in Ghostwire, just because Ghostwire to me, like, I feel like even if it reviews bad, it's not going to be that low. I feel like I could see it doing like 60s. All right. Counter pick time. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to lock in Bravely Default 2. I've been dog shit in that game for so long that like I got to commit to the bit. I have to will this game to be shitty into existence. I hope I'm wrong. I love Square Enix. I love so many things that Square Enix does, but just for whatever reason, Octopath and especially Bravely Default is a series that just does nothing for me. All right, Duke, you get your last. Didn't
you have to play like Bravely Default like 8 different times to get the ending or whatever?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're still going round robin, so actually I'm going last. Well, I'm going my last pick next.
Yeah, in Bravely Default 1, you gotta like do the thing like 4 different times. That's the part everyone's like, yeah, I dropped the game.
I dropped the game too. Fuck that.
It was a cool concept, but it's like, no. Not 4 times?
This is really tough.
I would rather that Nier deletes everything than fucking play the game 4 different times.
I'm going to do this, because I can see it. I'm stuck between what do I pick? What I see is not coming out, or what I think will be bad. I'm going to go with Neo: The World Ends With You. I think that's I think it's gonna release, and I think it's gonna be really bad. or at least review very badly. So it is time for your last pick, Duke. I'm just more excited because we have another 10 picks that we have to do for the rest of the year, and there are so many games that we have no idea when they're going to come out.
When are we going to do the next 10 picks?
So the next 10 are not done on the podcast. The drafts are the only thing we're doing on the podcast. What the plan is for this is we're going to do one now, one in the summer, preferably around or after some of the big game announcement conferences, and then one at the end of the year to see who wins.
Okay.
Walk us through your brain right now. What are you thinking? Who's got your attention for who's going to be bad or not come out?
Really, it's Torrin.
Fuck you.
Because it's like I said, the only ones that I had that I really don't think was going to do was Ghostwire Tokyo. Oddworld is kind of like in a weird spot, because I know people like that game. I remember seeing those games all the time on the Vita.
I feel like that game is more nostalgia now than anything else.
Yeah.
And nostalgia is definitely a big one with Oddworld. That is true. I mean, it is a remake of a PlayStation 1 game.
And then I'm looking at Torrens, and I see Ruined King, but then I'm like, it's a League of Legends.
It's gonna sell.
But it is also a Riot game, which means it could get delayed out of next year. And then you would just be taking a slot off his team, which he would be getting 0 points for. So that's a guaranteed 0 points if it doesn't come out.
And there's also the Tom Clancy.
I need to know what I picked.
That game has been delayed.
I bet you the only reason that game has been delayed is because there's been a quarantine happening for the last literal year. Because that game's been in development forever. I'm sure that they are very far. Because it is the whole team from Siege, and Siege has been very slow with new updates because that whole team is working on quarantine.
Not even that. Their last, I want to say, big update was when they basically reworked the entire fucking game back in the summer, not even maybe around fall. They had to rework the entire game. They released Sam Fisher. They added new things. They've completely overhauled everything. So on top of developing a new game and then reworking a current game, I'm pretty sure that game is delayed or something.
Okay, hold on. I need to look something up real quick.
Oh.
This will be what makes my decision about this game, because when did this game come out?
I'm nervous.
1992.
I'm nervous.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna choose this game. This game's not coming out this year. It's coming out next year.
Oh, great pick, dude!
Oh my god!
You gotta say what it was. That's a great counter pick. Great counter.
It was S&T 5, and the reason why is because I thought about what I used to say about S&T 5 a lot. When I speculated about the game, I said this game's not coming out until the 30th anniversary, and that's next year.
Mm-hmm. Push it back, man.
Because this year,
just push it back.
And this year is supposed to be Persona 5's 25th anniversary.
No, Persona 5 is not 25 years old. Persona is 25 years old.
Persona 5.
It only feels like Persona 5's been out for 25 years.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Persona's 25th anniversary, so it's like, I feel like Atlas is going to want to focus on that, and then for the 30th anniversary, that's when we get SMT 5 and whatever else that they have planned. Like a collection or something, or like a celebration of look how far we've come, So I don't think it's going to come out this year. I think we're going to get gameplay this year, but S&T 5 isn't coming out till next year.
Sure.
All right, last counter pick. All the pressure's on you, Torrin.
Shut up.
I just want to know, why is Torrin projected to have the highest points, and why am I in last place? I don't like these odds.
I think, is it the counter picks that lowered them? Because you had higher points, no?
Maybe it could. Yeah, you're right. It could have been that because I do have two big ones. I do have a big one against me.
Yeah, I think the counter picks lower them maybe. Fuck, I don't know what to pick. Because a lot of these games are guaranteed to come out or not guaranteed to come out. I know, so at least 2/3 of these games are coming out this year. I can tell you Breath of the Wild 2 is probably going to be announced for next year if that comes out.
But if it ain't, then you are fucked.
I lost my train of thought. Oh shit.
I got Honey Pop 2 right there.
I know you have Honey Pop 2. And I've been eyeing that, but...
Have you been brown eyeing it? Is that what you've been saying?
Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
It works on a lot of levels if you think about it.
I hate you.
It's tough.
It really is tough.
Our lists have weird ones in it, but for the most part, we've got a lot of heavy hitters. Just counterpick your own. Just pick Halo Infinite. That way you win. You win either way.
Shit, dude. I'm stuck between maybe Breath of the Wild 2, Honey Pop, or shit. What was the other one? Digimon.
Do it. I dare you. I'm going to tell you this right now. I dare you to pick Digimon. That's a safe one of, like, even if I get screwed, you're going to get, like, 2 points. Do it. The silence is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is all staying
Fuck
in.
it.
You're feeling it. Draft complete. You have now completed your draft. From here, you can make bids for games that were not drafted. However, you may want to hold on to your budget until the rest of the year. So, let's explain the budget. So, right now, each of us have $100. And for that $100, we can...
I'm rich.
Yeah, you wish. So, we have to be able to bid at least $3 per game. So, let's say, hypothetical... Persona 5 Dancing Royally All Night Strikers Bowling Edition gets announced, and
Epic.
I won it, but I put down like $3 for it. If someone else puts down $6 for it, they now get the bid. So you can be outbid on a game as long as you're willing to spend the money for it, but just know there's no way you're getting over $100. The $100 budget is firm. So right now, I think at least for me, now obviously when this episode ends, you guys can draft whatever games you want off the show. I'll try and remind you guys every now and then, but like my recommendation for this, wait for those big announcements, like a Nintendo Direct. Wait for like a Sony State of Play, like a big kind of like a Ubisoft Connect, like those big video showcases. Wait for when there's like a wave of new games coming out and just kind of see what really strikes your fancy. Because I remember when that big PlayStation 5 like list of games all got announced, I was like, oh man, I wish I had been doing this last year, but I just totally forgot to. So I don't know about you guys. I think we all have a pretty solid list of stuff coming out, and I'm excited because we have like we're gonna find out stuff pretty quickly. Like February alone, we have Neo, Honey Pop, Persona 5 Strikers, and Bravely Default, like all in that 1 month. Like we're gonna get like some points locked in for sure. So I'm excited about this. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Obviously, the listeners at home and whatnot. But Duke and Torrin, like, so what was your thoughts of doing your first fantasy league? Was it as boring as you thought it was going to be?
No, it's pretty.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like, I wouldn't mind doing this like every year for.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, if you would like to do your own fantasy critically, you can go to
that's
fantasycritic.games. I will put the link in the show notes. It's just like a free thing you can do with friends. You can follow ours under SMTN Thunderdome if you want. I don't think there's anything under Thunderdome, so if someone wants to take that, feel free. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the podcast. That was about like almost 2 hours. How long has the call been going for? Oh, only like an hour and a half. As someone who has to upload this like immediately tonight, I appreciate that. So before we wrap this up, we're gonna do kind of the opposite of what I normally do, because normally we start the show, do intros, and then get into this, but I was so worried this was going to be like 3 hours long. Duke, I'm going to ask you a different question than Torrin. What have you been playing / doing videos and streaming? Because I know you do a lot of streaming and stuff on your own channel, so what have been keeping you busy?
So recently I started streaming again, and I played Somnium Files. No, first I played Zonky Zero, and then I went on to
What you played that on, by the way, system-wise?
PC, Steam.
As someone who likes some Spike Chunsoft games, I know they make a lot of hot shit. I want to get that game, but it also reviewed pretty meh. Like where would you kind of throw it at? Because like it'd be a game that I would want to import like on Vita, even though I know it's not in English. But like I just can't imagine that being a game I want to play like on my PS4.
Which one?
Zenki.
Zenki Zero. It is a good game.
Okay.
It did do poorly, and that's because people didn't like the gameplay, and it's like it's a dungeon crawling first person.
Also, important to note, Spike Chunsoft terrible at publishing their own games in the West. They're like actively one of the worst Western publishers out there.
Well, until I came out, they did a really good job on localizing that.
Localizing is fine, but I feel like in terms of marketing, their fans do more marketing than they do.
Well, yeah, I did that. It did it way better.
Okay.
Like the marketing was a part of the story.
I also have a really big chip on my shoulder because they have the rights to Danganronpa on Vita, and they just won't release it again because they're too fucking cheap in the West.
Didn't they take them off?
Yeah, they took them off because NIS had the rights, and then they put them back up for PS4, but not for PS Vita because fuck you, I guess.
Wouldn't you just want the PS4 version though?
No way, dude. No way. Visual novels are all like Vita all the way. I don't know how people like sit there in front of like a full like. I get it if the art's really pretty.
In front of my 4K monitor.
Yeah, who's like I gotta play this like visual novel at 4K 120 frames. Like, dude, I'm pressing X for like 6 hours.
Well, can't you do remote play?
Yeah, but like, what if I want to leave my fucking house?
Get a hotspot.
That's true. All right. So for you though, if people want to check out your channel or your streams, where's the best place for them to find you? Like Twitter, Facebook, Twitch?
Well, my Twitter and my Twitch is both Duke Black with _ and every day I try to stream a game and I get mad at it and yell. And then on Twitter I just shitpost a lot of stuff.
And also you are in the SMTN Discord every now and then. Isn't it kind of like
I'm
funny?
only there when shit start happening.
But like, isn't it kind of funny? Like I was like remarking about this recently. Of like, man, the Discord was like such a ghost town for the longest time until like I actually like actively tried doing things. So it's so weird how like it just naturally now will have conversations without me having to do anything. Of like, oh, this is a good feeling.
Yeah. I'll pop in there once in a while and I'll see someone say some head ass shit and I'll leave.
And then we'll sit there for 20 minutes messing with the guy and then ban him afterwards.
And then and then Torrin will pop in and be like, "Why did my name change to Pingus Bingus?"
God, you guys keep fucking doing this and I hate it. I just stopped changing it because I know she's gonna be changing something even more dumb.
So Torrin, you don't really do a lot like online like stuff outside of like just like talking and stuff. So for you, I want to actually ask, because this has never been said on the show. How did you get into either SMT or Persona, and then how did you find SMTN?
So my brother had a friend live with us for a little while, and he had a PS3, and he had the emulation of FES on his PS3. And one night I just stayed up watching him play, and I was like, "This is kind of fucking cool." And it kind of went from there, because then I played 3, and then I didn't drop it, but I just kind of I got to that roulette boss, and I was way under leveled, and I was stuck there, so I was like, I gotta fucking replay the game again? I hate this. And then I played and beat 4, and then I played 3, and then I got SMT4 for my birthday, and I beat that, and I just, kind of went from there, And by finding this place, I don't know. I think I just went on Facebook and I just searched up like Shin Megami Tensei, and the group just popped up, and I was like, I guess I'll join.
And then Kat adopted him.
And then I was like, dude, I want you to know I was maybe like 12 or 13 at that time.
Dude, we had a dude who literally sounded like he was 11 on episode 200, and I just thought it was like the funniest thing ever.
No, wasn't he like? Isn't he 11 or something?
I have no idea. All I know is he's definitely not in for mature.
He's like.
But hey, shoutouts to you, man. Like I got into Revelations when I was 6, so like I'm not one to like talk like, hey man, you get into it when you get into it. If you got cool parents who will let you play it, like more good on you.
Listen, they genuinely don't give a shit about what I play. As long as
I mean, you play League of Legends, I could tell.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you dare disrespect League of Legends. Only I
when
can
I'm not playing them fighting herds, I'm playing League of Legends on my personal computer.
Fuck off. No, they don't care about what I play. As long as I don't go outside and commit murder, it's all good.
You get to choose. Am I doing gang shit or am I doing mid lane shit? I couldn't think of anything League adjacent.
Am I laning or am I jungling?
I'm lane. Jesus. Well, that was an experience and a half. So before I end the show, if you guys would like to find, and for whatever reason this was your first episode of the podcast, God help you. If you would like, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Torchwood4SP. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at SMT Network. You can also follow my YouTube channel by just searching Spencer Presley or by basically searching Shin Megami Tensei Network. You can join the Facebook group by going to facebook.com/groups/SMTN. You can review us, subscribe to us on Spotify, iTunes Podcast, Google Podcast, all those places. Oh, yes, and there is now, well, I say now like it never existed before, SMTN is back on Patreon, so if you would like to help support the podcast on a monthly basis.
Give us your money.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember when I subbed to that.
Yeah, and then that check bounced. Just saying. We all remember.
No, it was when I was still like maybe 14 or 15. I didn't have a job.
That's awesome, man.
My parents gave me that Visa card that is like
like the little those like little loader cards.
Yeah, they act like real cards, but they're just kind of fake as shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
So I use that to subscribe to.
So yeah, shout out to right now we only have 4 patrons, but wanted to give a shout out to all of the executive producers of the SMTN Patreon. Shout outs to Mirth, Steven, Patrick, and Robert Dogman. I'm just going to keep calling that for the rest of his life. Thank all 4 of you for supporting the podcast. If you would like to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/SMTN. That's patreon.com/SMTN. There will be exclusive ways to suggest podcast topics or video topics, everything like that, once a month. But for the most part, you're just helping me keep the lights on for the show because, let's be honest, I've been doing this for like over 8 years, and I'm pretty much always the one paying the bill. I tried Melissa. She just does not want to fork over the cash. It's like once I kicked her off the show, she just doesn't want to give me money anymore. It doesn't make sense.
Oh my god.
Get Waffles back on so I can beat her up.
Yeah. Get Waffles back on the show, and then steal Waffles' money.
That'll do it. Yeah, he's rolling in the Wawa cash. So that makes sense.
Yeah, doesn't he play Final Fantasy? He's got all the fucking
No. Waffles lives in Final Fantasy. He doesn't play Final Fantasy. He lives in Final Fantasy. He has been role playing his show into Eorzea for so long. I think show has a birth certificate there.
No way.
On that note, though, before I end the show and say goodbye and thank everyone for listening, and same to you, Duke and Torrin, we're going to end the show by asking everyone this question. I'm going to go first. The question for this week that I want to hear everyone answer if they can. What was the last PlayStation Vita game you bought? It can be digitally, it can be physically. It has to be bought. No downloading, no getting for free. It had to be a game that you paid money for on the PlayStation Vita. So I'll give you guys time to think about that. I just got today, Jesus, a motley crew would be an understatement. Final Fantasy X from Asia, specifically the Asia version. Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, and J-Star Victory vs. Plus, because I have a problem. Now, Torrin, as someone who got a Vita recently, what is the last Vita game you spent money on?
What is that game you recommended to me that I buy?
Ooh, Lost Dimensions?
Yes.
It's like basically Valkyria Chronicles meets Danganronpa.
Valkyria Chronicles? Jesus Christ, dude, get your shit together.
Listen.
Yeah. Also, my Vita's been dead for a couple of months because I've just been.
It's only sleeping. Don't worry, it's just sleeping.
I put it in a backpack to go on a trip, and then I completely forgot about it. So I've been meaning to charge it and get back to just games.
I'm planning on doing a video at some point on Lost Dimensions because it is a criminally underplayed game. That game still holds up. It's very, very fun.
What I played was a little fun. That very intro beginning, fun game. Story's kind of interesting too,
All right, Duke, can you even remember the last Vita game you bought?
Okay, 2016.
No way, it was not that long ago, was it?
So I'm trying to think because 2016 was when I believe I got my PS4.
Don't break my heart. You still have
your
Vita, right? Playing. You haven't gotten rid of it, have you?
No, yeah, holy shit. It was 2016. The last Vita game that I bought that I can remember was Criminal Girls 2.
Holy shit.
You ended with a good one, though. You ended with a goat. At least you got that.
Because after that, I got my PS4, then I started playing Persona 5.
That is so funny. Especially because I don't know if you remember this, dude. Because Criminal Girls 1 got a port. 2 has never been ported. It's still only on Vita.
That shit is gone. It's unless a miracle happens.
That is so funny. By the way, I have no shame in saying I have the collector's edition of both of those games. Boy, those go for a stupid amount of money now. Especially 2. 2's collector's edition goes for a lot.
Do you wonder how much your entire Vita collection goes for?
I don't wonder because I know the answer, and that's why I don't like answering it.
What's the answer?
I'm willing to... No, I don't want to say it. That's too... Alright, well, besides thinking about an ungodly amount of Vita games I've bought in my now 9 years with the system, thank you all once again for watching. Let me know what you thought of our predictions, our bets, who's going to win, who's going to lose, who's going to have to suckle down that Cambodian breast milk. We're not actually sure yet what the punishment or the prize should be for winning and losing. Let us know also in the comments below what you think. I think by the time we do our check-in, we'll have the punishment and prize chosen. We still have like a whole calendar year to wait though for it, so we are in no huge hurry for that. Either way, thank you again for listening. Thank you, Duke. Thank you, Torrin, for coming on. Thank you, FantasyCritic.games, for existing, because this was a very, very easy process.
And thank you, the Watcher.
Thank you. What was I gonna say? Thank you, Honey Pop 2. Please get enough reviews for us to count you. Alright, well, without further ado, I'm going to go look up some Honey Pop art for the thumbnail this week. It'll definitely help me not get anyone to click on the video. So, yeah, goodbye, everybody.
That's right, are we done?
That's when you guys say goodbye.
Oh, shit. Goodbye.
Nah.
That's like,
that's fine.
Like, honestly, like, if you just, like, scroll through a collection video I do, like, the last collection video I did was, like, in September. Like, I'm already over 300 plus games. Like, I'm pretty close now to 400 plus games, and this is just physical. So, like, God only knows. And that's not even counting, like, collector's edition stuff. I will say I am standing next to a stack of...
Damn, man, what are you crunching over there?
Jesus. You done there?
Hey, let me hear one crunch.
I'm rolling up the bag, dipshit.
No, let me hear one crunch.
I already rolled up the bag. I'm
open
not
the fucking bag and crunch.
God damn it.
It better be like in the microphone. I want to hear a chip in the microphone.
Give me a good one, a crisp one. Just no, yeah. Yeah.
I think I just sharded myself a little bit on that one. What chip are we sponsored by tonight? I think he like. Do you think he like did that thing where you bite and the chip is like pointing up, spiky? It just stabs your mouth.
Yeah.
I put like 6 in my mouth.
Damn.
What are you munching on though, chip wise? What are you doing?
Got some Fritos, Doritos.
He is a Texas boy, so it probably is a Frito.
I put like 6 chips in my mouth to get extra quality crunch.
But what chip was it?
It's just like chips you use on nachos.
So Fritos.
No.
Oh man.
So just regular plain nacho
Like,
chips.
yeah, like regular plain like tortilla chips.
Oh, okay.
All right, that is definitely
Can't go
going.
wrong
That
with
is
those.
definitely going to be the blooper, because God knows we're not ending the show with fucking bag crinkle into the microphone.